Okay, we should underline this word here since we're defining a new thing. And the formal definition is right here. So pause and copy this. Now you will see that we can have a basis for any subspace of Rn. Okay, we just need the set of vectors to span the U in question, and we need them to be linearly independent. So let's do some examples and find some bases of some subspaces. Okay, first example. Call A. We're going to do a column space. We'll start by recalling what a column space is. So the column space of A is the span of the columns. And in this case, that is span of the columns thought of as individual vectors. Okay, so to find a basis for this subspace, it's a subspace of R2. So you could write call A is a subset of R, did I say 2? I mean 3, sorry, my mistake. So call A is a subset and also a subspace of R3. How do I find this? Well, this basis, we have a very nice theorem, which is proven in the book. It says that the pivot columns, it says that I should look at just the pivot columns of A, and that'll be my basis. So formally, we say the pivot columns of A form a basis. Of call A. So that is a fairly simple calculation. What I need to do is just figure out which of these columns have pivots. So that is a quick row reduction. Let's just copy pasta here. Copy. Pasty. Kaboomy. Okay. So I'm going to reduce this to echelon form, and that will allow me to figure out where the pivots are. So I do the obvious reductions. I use this guy to create zeros below. So it's addition in the first case for... Oh, and would you look at that? So what did I do? I went R2 plus row 1, and I did R3 minus 2 row 1. Anywho, I got a pivot here, I got a pivot here. So my first and third columns are pivot columns. So be careful, I want to choose from the original. Okay, so what I do is I choose from the original columns of A. 3 minus 3, 6, and so the first and third columns are the pivot columns. So therefore, this set of two vectors is a basis of call A. Okay. Before I forget, I want to talk about some English. So I'll say in English, the singular is basis, one basis, two bases. Okay, with that English out of the way, let's try an exercise. Find a basis of a call A for this guy here. So pause and copy and give this a try. I like the method. All right. Okay, what is the answer? Well, I'm going to just call this column A1, call this column A2, A3, A4, A5. And the answer here. I shouldn't say the answer because we're going to talk later about how these bases are not unique. There isn't just one basis. There are an infinity of bases usually. So the answer, the most obvious answer here, is first, third, and fifth. Okay, so hopefully you were successful there. If not, let me know.